I'm Kate in here alongside my father. How you doing, Dad?
Good.
So, things are moving on
Yep.
as we're inching towards this election. Debate happened last night. CNN debate. What did you think about it?
No surprise. It was about what I thought it would be. It's we don't have any strong candidates,
Which is scary.
Yes, yeah. None of them can debate with this guy that's in office. You talk about him like a dog.
Not one.
He'll make some of them cry.
I think he made Jeb Bush cry.
Yeah.
I think he made Jeb Bush cry, and I don't know. As much as Tom Steyer said, acts like he wants it, I think he would fold. I think he would fold if him and Trump were going head to head.
No. He didn't have it either. Well, actually, surprisingly, the one who was the strongest, I thought, was the guy who has
Mayor
a husband.
Mayor Pete, yeah. I thought so too. I think that he probably had the best night of everybody. Elizabeth Warren is who they are putting out there as the front runner. And it's weird because they'll say that polls don't matter, but yet they use the polls to say that she's the front runner.
Right. They say that they don't matter because they're incorrect so frequently. They try to correct themselves because it's wrong.
Yeah. So, but she's supposedly the front runner, and Biden is in a number 2 slot right now, based on the fact that his son is in this controversy and blah 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 blah. So Son did a interview that aired yesterday. And what did you think? What do you think about Hunter Biden and his explanation, his interviews, and that whole thing?
Well, I didn't see the whole thing, but I saw excerpts of it, and I think he clarified it. I mean,
told the truth.
Yeah, I mean, the liar said, he got billions of dollars. The guy said, I didn't get no money. You know what I mean? I didn't get no money. And so he get billions of dollars. It's crazy. I mean, Trump is just a liar. He makes up everything.
So, do you think that it was a mistake? Do you think that the method of attack or responding that the Bidens are doing, are they doing it correctly? Is it a mistake to even address it, or
no? I think he did good to.
It needed to happen.
Yeah, he did. I mean, the father is not capable of handling it any better. I mean, the guy
Joe Biden.
Yeah, Joe Biden. What is he? Age 78. I mean, he can't handle it any better. He's gotten old. He's too old to run. Bernie Sanders is too old.
Elizabeth Warren.
Elizabeth Warren is on the cusp.
No, she would be the oldest president, if she's sworn in.
Yeah,
she would be older than Reagan was.
Yeah. So I mean,
and
then
go back to the 80s. When I was a kid, I thought Reagan was the oldest person that I'd ever heard about, aside from
in his 60s.
What's the guy's name in the Bible? Not Moses, but that one. Something like that. So that was the oldest person I ever heard about, but this is the only person I've ever seen.
In
my mind.
Right.
And she's gonna be older than that.
Right. Well, I mean, but they forget that the man that's in office now is old as
he's right up there.
What is he, 73, 72, 73 years old? So he's in the same boat with them.
But in the defense of everybody, people, as you can attest to, are younger. It's 70 is not 70 is like the new 60. You know what I mean? And for you, it's probably 50. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's just he. Even though he's going on 73, he don't act like 73.
Right.
And Trump, to me, even though that's his age, he seems like he's in his 60s because Bernie Sanders seems like he's his age.
And
Biden does too.
And Biden does too to me.
Warren does not, but Biden does.
Right. I agree. And I'm disappointed with my girl
Kamala Harris.
Yeah, Harris. She's just, on the interviews that after the debate, she sounds so much better. I've heard her some interviews, and she did very well. But during the debate, I mean, of course, they only got a minute.
But you know what that means?
What?
That means that during the debates, she's hitting those talking points that they rehearsed. Mm-hmm. In the interview, they ask her a question, and she's just shooting from the hip.
Right.
She's better shooting from the hip. Because all the interviews that I seen her, and I loved her in, which is why I liked her in the first place, before she was even debating.
Right.
That's what made me like her. And now I feel she does that less, and, and we feel like she's going there. She's still the same person. But this is the biggest issue. You can't have a debate with 12 people. Mm-hmm. 12?
Right.
They say this is the biggest debate ever. It's something that they did in wrestling. And I love to mention wrestling whenever I get a chance, whenever I can work it in. They have this event called the Royal Rumble. And that's when they put all the wrestlers in the ring and they start fighting and throwing people out the ring. Now, they have two different kinds of wrestling. They had what we call like the real wrestling, and then they had the Vince McMahon wrestling back in the day. The real wrestling, quote unquote real, they put everybody in the ring at one time and just let them just fight and just throw people out. A lot of people got hurt because getting thrown out. They got legitimately hurt because you get thrown out the ring. You don't know how you're going to land. They had cement. This is before they started having mats around the ring. They had cement. Everybody in the ring, you can't see what's going on. It's too many people. You know what I mean? And the Vince McMahon, they wanted to copy that style, but they said, we can't put everybody in the ring at one time. So we're just going to bring them out one at a time and slowly do it. So you really only have 5 to 4 people in the ring at one time. Then you can see what's going on. Otherwise, it's a free-for-all we can't follow. And that's the problem now. It's too many people and you can't follow. So you get a minute, like you're saying. The most that someone talked was like 20-some minutes. And they were up there for hours and hours. And nothing you don't feel any different before than you felt after. It's no difference.
You can't get a good feel for
How can you?
It is. Yeah.
They should have cut that in half.
Yeah.
6 people. We can follow 6 people.
So you're saying they should have had it on over 2 days?
Yeah. 12 people. I mean, 12 is just like having 20. They need to have 2 days. Well, and even when they had 10 and 10.
Because you got some that are just not. I mean, the lady from Hawaii. I mean, she's not gonna make it. And the guy with $1,000. I mean, I can use 12. I still can use that extra 12,000 a year.
Sure.
But he's not gonna make it.
But this is. I mean, they pitched it as this is the biggest debate ever. That's not good because he had the most people on the stage.
What about when
prior to that, they had 11 at one time. Then and that was a previous year. But they had 11.
What about when the Republicans had 17?
Yeah, they had 11. They had 11 on the stage. But my thing is that's not a good selling point because some people. What about Cory Booker? He didn't get a lot of time at all.
I like Cory Booker. What he has to say, but he doesn't have that command. I mean, Obama, he could have been in this group of 17.
Would he have stood out?
Yeah, because he would have had a command. He would have commanded.
You mean the way he just talks?
Yeah, and
it's too meek.
Yeah, Booker is.
But you know what? He's guilty of listening to his handlers, and they're saying, you gotta pee. You can't be. We were watching a clip earlier with Arsenio Hall. Yeah. You can't get like that. Right. You gotta stay. Non-threatening.
That's an excellent point because that's the reason that Gore lost because you gotta wear this suit. You gotta do this. Be yourself. The reason that Oprah is so popular, makes so much money, because Oprah is herself. Yeah. What's the guy? Comedian I don't like that much. I like him on Family Feud. Steve Harvey. He's a country guy. He's himself though, and people can relate to authenticity. And Trump is Trump. You know what I mean? And and so that's the reason that people like him because he's this is what you see is what you get. And I saw Robert Stevens on there. How you doing, Robert Stevenson? And I
agree with that, and I think that. But the thing with Cory Booker is that I think that, and everybody doesn't pay attention to it to the degree that we do.
Right.
And I understand that.
Right.
So I don't like the fact that at this point, I know what they're going to say. I know the talking points. And they don't change them. Like Cory Booker. Everybody lived in his neighborhood. All the people that he said that got killed in his neighborhood, it should be nobody left in the neighborhood. Everybody should be gone. Oh my goodness! Anytime you talk about guns, oh man, you know my friend such and such, and he'll say these names. These people ain't living in your neighborhood. You know what I mean? You know, but Bon got shot. And he got shot right at the end of my block, and he got shot with an AK-47. No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
No, he
People
didn't.
in the hood don't get shot with AK-47s. It does not happen. That is not the gun of choice for drug dealers. It's not. Never sold drugs. Know a lot of drug dealers. That's not the gun of choice. Right? It's not. It's AK-47 is not the gun of choice. It's just, you know what I mean?
Give me a pistol.
Yeah. Hold on a minute. It's just,
give me a Magnum, baby.
but I think that the worst night for me, person-wise, is probably has to be Beto. He is the worst. He's the worst.
You never liked him?
No, I did not. And after he had one job. He had one job. One job. And that was to beat the idiot in Texas. That was his only job.
Yeah.
He lost it. He didn't do it. I don't care that you almost did it. You know, 3 more points, I would have did it. You didn't almost do it. Like, he didn't lose by, he wasn't cheated out of it. He just lost. Some of our black counterparts in Georgia and Florida, respectively, they were cheated out of it.
Right.
I understand.
Right. Yeah.
He wasn't cheated. Mm-hmm. There was a white guy versus white guy, and you lost. You were the least white guy. Mm-hmm. And why is he even in this race? Somebody gassed him up. He needs to be running for Senate only. Mm-hmm. And if you want to feel froggy, run for governor. But that's it. That's it. This on this stage right here, he looks like a loser. He's, we're gonna take away tax status for anybody who doesn't recognize gay people. What are you talking about? And businesses, we're gonna take their taxes away too. And guns, you got
churches.
guns? We're gonna take those guns too.
They said churches. You want to
churches.
Taxing churches.
You know you're gonna lose in Texas. Now he ain't gonna be able to get another elected job. All the stuff he said now, even you know he's not gonna win. He's not gonna be anybody's cabinet. I don't think he's gonna be able to get in the Senate. Dog catcher, nothing. He's done. I hope he saved his money. Unless maybe he can change his name and use his given first name, and people won't know it's him. That's probably what he should do. Because Beto and O'Rourke don't even go together first.
Yeah.
Beyonce is saying she wish she could have her endorsement back, I'm sure. And she endorsed him when he was running against Cruz.
Well, he got a lot of endorsements, running against Cruz in Texas.
Yeah, nobody likes Cruz. Cruz's wife don't like Cruz.
Hey, but it's gonna be tough. But the thing that they got going, whoever the Democratic nominee is that Trump usually puts his foot in his mouth. So he beats himself.
None of them can beat him, but he may beat himself.
He can beat himself. Yeah.
Between him and Giuliani, they may beat Trump.
Right.
But here's another question: can any of these people beat Pence?
Yeah,
that might be a different conversation.
Yeah.
Could Warren beat Pence?
I think that they can beat Pence easier than they can beat Trump.
Well, absolutely. None of those people on the stage can beat Trump.
Yeah, well,
unless here's something. Unless at all the debates against Trump, he has strep throat.
Well, first of all, if Trump doesn't feel like, he's not gonna come to the debate anyway.
Well, if he doesn't feel good,
he's like, I don't have to.
We gotta make this debate another day. I ain't gonna do this day.
Right? He's like, I'm not gonna demean myself by talking to her or him. He's arrogant as he is. He didn't come to all the debates before.
Yeah, that's true.
So he'll do that.
I think that, and this is something that you've said all along, and I really see the value in it now more than ever. is the fact that he has a record to run on that. Before, it was unknown. And you can say, oh, well, businesses, he did this. And you think about Atlantic City, you think about the Mike Tyson fight, and you think about all these things that he was involved in. You think about The Apprentice, you think all the successful things as a supporter. And they're inspired.
Listen, the only successful thing he did that you named was Apprentice. He lost the money at the casino.
Oh, yeah, Atlantic City,
He lost the airline. He was trying to get the football. He lost that. Everything he touches, he loses. But this guy here too is he's
Trump.
He's incompetent.
Yeah,
he's not sharp as a statesman, as a president. He doesn't know what to do. He's not.
Because he didn't study any of this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, he's just going by the hip, and he's doing the same thing he's been doing as a businessman, just whatever he feels. And just like this, the situation with Turkey, this is horrendous. I mean, he's on. That's why the president of Turkey wanted to talk to him when they were there in New York a couple weeks ago. He wanted to talk to him because he knows that he'll be able to talk him into doing it. Then
he did.
So he finally got him on the phone and he talked him into it. He said, Putin said, we're going to do this. You know what I mean? And so, all right, please. And then he's going to tell Pelosi them today that they acting like communists, and he's the communist.
Yes.
He's the communist.
Yes.
I'm trying to intimidate somebody talking about, they socialists. This guy that's in office is a communist sympathizer. Okay?
And that's not good.
Not if you're an American.
Not good.
And the Republicans are so up his butthole that they scared. They don't even know how to back out. They don't know which way is front, which way is rear. They don't know how.
They're all the way.
They're all the way in. They don't know how to get out.
They say we're so far in. It's the same distance the way we came, or the same distance to the end. It's the same distance.
Yeah.
But one thing that has them at odds is this stuff with Syria.
Yeah. This is horrible.
Even the most conservatives I've talked to on Twitter don't like this. You know what I mean? But I don't know that if that's enough. We know that he's not honorable. We already know that.
But you the morale of your soldiers at the State Department. I mean, the country, the reputation. They talked about. I can't. What was the word that the Republicans would use? They would talk about Obama. He's not. I can't think of it. But the bottom line is that he's not one of us. And
as far as a soldier,
in general, McConnell, all of them would say, he's not one of us.
He's an outsider.
He's an outsider.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy is so far from what this country needs as a leader.
Yeah. How can he be the commander in chief and make these type of moves?
Unbelievable.
Like that? You know
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
But that's where
they talk about the economy. The economy was good when he came into office.
And what he's trying to do is stuff with China, different things like that. Giving people back the same things that we had before you got here are not gains.
Right.
You know what I mean? You take all, you did tariffs and did all this kind of stuff. But if you put us back, and he's getting things back to the point where they were and acting like he did something.
Right.
We already were at that point before you got here.
And he's not talking about what's going on in Hong Kong because
he's definitely shook.
In mainland China, they say for him not to talk about it. These people are trying to get freedom. They're not going to get it because they already, China controls it now. I mean, they got it. Hong Kong.
I'm saying because they can demonstrate all they want.
Yeah, well, it won't be of any avail.
Right.
You got what in Hong Kong? You got what 5-10 million people. China, you got almost 2 billion. I mean, there's nothing you can do because.
And they serious, and they will mash this down.
Yeah,
and if it goes on too long, I really fear for those people.
Yeah, I mean, but come on, Hong Kong belonged to China.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then England got it and did the treaty for 100 years, and then '97 they relinquished it. But
yeah, so it's
it's China,
right? I mean, as far as the world affairs, he's not looking at things from the standpoint of really what's best for this country.
No,
he's looking at things what's best for the Trump organization.
Yes, that's it. And if the people can't see that, then I mean, it's not even,
he don't hide that.
No, it's clear. I mean, it's crystal clear. It's not even translucent.
Yeah,
it's crystal clear.
He doesn't hide that. And if these impeachments don't, I mean, they're not going to get him out. He's going to have to be shamed or pushed into resigning. And I don't see it happening. He has no shame.
Oh, no.
He has no shame. No. And he will throw Giuliani and everybody else under the bus.
Giuliani will go to jail.
And
give him.
Well, I'll say this.
In a year.
I will be pleased with that.
He's going to be in jail.
Now, if Giuliani goes to jail, but Trump makes it and gets reelected.
No, he ain't.
If he goes to jail,
I said that Trump's not gonna get reelected.
Even if we the impeachments produce nothing but in the House and Senate, of course, and it's a wash.
Yeah.
But the cloud and Giuliani goes to jail. Is the cloud of that going to be enough?
Could be
for people. Yeah,
could be.
And that's military.
That's what they campaign on. This is a discredited man.
Right.
He's ruined the reputation of America. People are laughing at America.
But could Elizabeth Warren deliver that?
I don't know. So that
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know who the person's going to be, but
could Hillary deliver that?
Hillary
she
can do it. Hillary can do it.
As crazy as it sounds, and we can end on this. She did an interview last week, and they asked her something about Trump, and she said, "Don't tempt me to get back in the race." So, she said that.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
When she said that,
right,
I got excited because I said, "Okay,
run, Hillary,
I wanted Mrs. Obama."
Yeah.
But I'll take Hillary because I think she might have learned her lesson this time.
She know how to fight him now.
And she don't have to do none of this debate. She can pop in right before, right when the Iowa, somewhere around it. Everybody know her already. She can get as much money as she needs.
See, and then she can do, as I said last year, 2 years ago, she need going to debate with him. She said, "Pooh, you a communist."
Yeah. The only thing she didn't do enough of it. She didn't do any of it. She did not show emotion. Get mad. Right. Get in his face. Right. You talking about Chelsea? Yeah. What about Ivanka?
Right.
What about Don Jr.? What you talk about my kid? Right. Me. What about you? And she didn't shine it on him.
This is what Joe Biden should have said yesterday.
No, yesterday. He should have said that in the beginning.
Right. I would have said it at the debate.
I know you would have.
You talking about somebody
because they challenged him on that. They asked him about that.
My son, this guy's children are sitting in the White House at meetings, and they're not even sanctioned to do it.
If he don't feel like it, he have her sitting. Remember they were overseas, and
he sends her as his representative,
and they're on phone calls.
Right.
They're listening on phone calls too.
Yeah, so this is insane.
My son didn't do none of that kind of stuff.
Right. Yeah, this guy needs to be out of office.
Yeah, and he will be. So, thank you, Dan.
Hey,
so there's another debate next month, November. Kamala Harris is already qualified for that.
Kamala, you got to get stronger, baby. She needs to listen to me.
I thought Amy Klobuchar had a good night.
Yeah, but she's not gonna make it either.
But you can't push the needle.
Yeah.
I think this though, if Biden gets the nomination, pray that he doesn't, but if he does,
he won't.
I think he's picking up. I think he's made a deal with Tulsi.
Who's Tulsi?
Gabbard from Hawaii. Because everybody that's attacking him, she jumps on them. I was watching that.
But he's not gonna get it though.
Oh well, no.
He's not. I don't think he's gonna get it. I don't think his health is going to hold up.
Yeah.
And I know Bernie,
he looked better yesterday than I expected, though.
Yeah, he
but
did.
The bar, we had the bar really low. The bar was low. I mean, he just had a heart attack day before yesterday. So, all right, we gotta go.
He said that.
I said that. Sorry.
The guy right here on the picture.
Oh, sorry.
All right. So we'll get together next week.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, see ya.
All right.